what it means to be an American. America is freedom, and freedom is special and rare.
We, the people of this great nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
We, the people of this great nation.
Good morning, my fellow Americans. I hope everyone is having a wonderful and pleasant morning. For those of you who are wondering, I did do a podcast yesterday, and unfortunately, the title may have gotten me shadow banned. So if you want to check out the podcast and listen to the podcast, it's in relation to COVID-19, and apparently the title, it says COVID-19 vaccines are more dangerous than the actual virus. Apparently that didn't go well with Pandora, Spotify, and several different places, so they just decided not to show it. But I still got a lot of listeners, so a lot of you got out there and you were able to check it out. Apparently we are not alone. We are not alone. So there was reportings, but I already knew this. They've been talking about this close encounters, an American airline pilot reports UFO sightings. This has been happening for a very long time. People claiming they have seen stuff, and this goes down Q's Avenue, actually. But apparently, apparently the pilot's response to all this was talk to the FBI when asked about it. So he says, I mean, apparently, he was asking if there was any targets up here, and there was no transmission or anything, and nothing that would have made anybody believe that there was any targets up there. So, apparently there was something, and he spotted something that was unordinary or off, I guess. So, guess we all know it now. We're not alone. I never thought we were alone. I still have a weird conspiracy about the whole situation on extraterrestrials. I actually think it's us time traveling, but that's a whole different subject. It's just crazy. But that being said, crazy things that are going on in this government, right? So Joe Biden puts a stop to an operation that Donald Trump put into play that was putting sex trafficking and people that were doing sex trafficking, and it was a task force that was designed to stop sex trafficking. And apparently Joe Biden reversed that. Kind of weird, right? But then he's reopening the child migrant facility. This guy is insane. I've come to the conclusion this guy has no fucking idea what he's doing. There's obviously somebody behind him, and they're apparently not on the same page. They tell him do this, and then somebody else is telling him do that, and he's doing both at the same time because none of them even match. So, unfortunately, Donald Trump once again is the target of the witch hunt. Again, I saw footage today of the CPAC, the leader of the CPAC, arguing back and forth with Chris Cuomo. You know, the guy that his brother lied about the deaths in the nursing homes. Apparently, Chris Cuomo was trying to debunk the election fraud and asking why would we bring Donald Trump to speak at the CPAC when he had 74 million people that voted for him. Apparently, these people still don't understand. They don't understand America. They don't understand the American people. They don't realize Donald J. Trump really won the election. And they're really convinced. I think to a certain point, people like Chris Cuomo actually think that Joe Biden miraculously won this election. To each its own. To each his own. But without any further ado, the one, the only.
Dr. Q.
What's up, Q? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
We haven't talked all day. And that's very odd. Because we usually talk
right.
at least 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, you've been pretty busy, man.
I have been, guys. I've remodeled a section of the office. Now we have the area of the office where we do the negotiations for the Republican nation, where we're going next. I also wanted to let everyone know out there, thank you so much for the support. We're getting so many shirts sold, so many different things. I actually added new shirts that just say hashtag Wrecking Ball Joe. Stickers are being sold like crazy. So if you guys want to show some love and support, I know you're having a very hard time finding the website. It's www.therepublicannation.store. Q, anything down the grapevine?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Come on. What is it?
I found a tweet from U.S. Marshals. Did you see this one?
I haven't seen anything. Go ahead.
This is what it reads. It's straight from U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals at U.S. Marshals HQ. On February 23rd, 1861, President-elect Abraham Lincoln quietly slipped into Washington, D.C. to prepare for his inauguration on March 4th. Accompanying him was U.S. Marshal Ward Hill Layman, DDC, a friend and former law partner.
Okay, so
that is today.
And who tweeted this?
U.S. Marshal.
The actual branch or a person in the U.S. Marshal? I got to see this for myself.
It's on gab.com.
Okay,
That's
then.
where he's-
Okay, it's not on Twitter then? Apparently
It
it's
is
a tweet. It's a tweet that's not on Twitter, but it's on Gab.
Right.
Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever. But
Somebody just printed it out, that's all,
or somebody falsified it as well, or doctored
No,
it.
of course I got it off. It's pretty legit, so.
So, okay, I'm sure it is. Remember, March is right around the corner, so get ready to pay up. So we do have an email from Jarrett. Okay, he goes, "Hey Jase, Jarrett here from Canada. Love your show. Hate Biden, Trump all the way. Question for your store. My mom and I want Trump 2024 shirts. So many people up here hate Trump. I will have the shirts designed and made by tomorrow. By the way, Jarrett, I take care of my listeners. They are so stupid, or are dumbass true idiots is messing up Canada so bad. We need Trump up here anyways. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, however. I believe they all start from some sort of truth.
He's a big pedophile.
Q is just way too deep. I guess we will see come March 4th, LOL. My dad is big into aliens and conspiracy theories. My mom listens to a few preachers that are prophets, and they say basically along the same stuff as QAnon. Kind of weird that all the theories out there are linked to some stuff. Anyway, just another trip down California. Thought I'd drop you a line. Keep up the show. Hope you grow huge and prosper. Take care. Oh, and don't know if you would be up for it, but I would sure buy Trump for Canada shirts or stickers. I'd wear them everywhere with pride. Piss everyone off I know. Everyone I know up here hates Trump except for the ones that don't watch mainstream. Later, love, peace, and chicken grease. Say hi to Q. Well, buddy, I will have those shirts made for you. I have someone who actually helps me design all these shirts, and he's been doing a great job of designing shirts. As for Trump is loved by many. Don't be fooled. I have family from my wife's side who actually is from Detroit, but they live in Canada, and they're Trump supporters. The only reason they live in Canada is because they migrated over there a while back, and they just got adjusted to it. They have private practices over there. They're eye doctors, and they hate what's going on over there. It's a complete and utter disaster. But believe me, you guys have it a lot better than the U.S. is going to have it. I've been playing a little bit with stocks lately. So has Dr. Q. And I can tell you, at least from what I'm looking at through the stock markets, I can already see a weird fluctuation of things that don't make sense. Just things that just do not make any sense whatsoever. That is the stock market world, but nevertheless, there's just things that I can see. And now I see why so many people say that the system is rigged against everyone. I see stocks that go down when they just received their earnings, and their earnings were amazing. They actually over-exceeded what the expectations were. Very interesting how this world works and how everything is ran by the same system, a system that is controlled by the elites, hedge funds, everyone with money, and they're the ones that are profiting. Meanwhile, as we all saw with the GameStop situation, when the little person was making money, they were quick to put a stop to that. Q. Anyways, so is there anything good, any good news you got out there? Anybody send you any emails? Or are you lonely, Mr. Lonely?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't look at the emails yet. I've been running around all day. I thought that what I gave you was incredible news. So
I mean, it's not verifiable. If you can show me the Twitter page,
I'm looking now.
I mean, that would be a little bit different. Like if you can actually find it. So yeah, AOC's giving hell to Joe Biden. Joe Biden's like,
come on, man.
Seriously, AOC, why are you giving me hell? I'm just putting kids in cages. Exactly what those cages were designed by me and Obama. So again, I'm gonna go through the funny memes that people have sent me. I get a lot of memes and I love them, guys. If you guys ever want to send me memes or you want me to have your voice heard, which is my main goal on this platform, is for the Republicans out there or anyone out there to have their voices heard. So this meme was sent to me. It's a Joe Biden picture, and he says, "I have not created a single job for any of my voters, but I sure have taken your jobs away, you dumbass sheep." Love it. Priceless.
Hey,
What's that?
complete truth.
Oh, by the way, late breaking news. Kim Kardashian filed for divorce and she may be moving to Miami. I know why.
Anyway,
I know why she's moving. I know why she's moving to Miami. Obviously, we all know why everyone's leaving these liberal cities and moving to California. Now, I was so shocked to hear that she left Kanye West. Poor guy. Guy's gone through a lot of things in his life. But
fake marriage.
huh?
It's all fake marriage anyway.
I think he just went overboard, man. The guy's had his great deal of craziness in his life, to say the least. Yeah, look, another person, Diana, sent me a comment. She goes, "Republican state do work. Now all of a sudden, every wealthy person from California wants to move to Florida. I wonder if it's because we have no state tax." It's quite interesting. I did receive messages. What's that?
I said, you never know. They're real shady, man. You know.
What's shady about them? I mean, they're thinking about what's in their best interest, and obviously their best interest is not to pay taxes, huh?
Hollywood, I'm talking.
I don't know if Kim Kardashian is so Hollywood. Kim Kardashian left that world, and she's actually fighting to get people out of prison. I kind of admire her, and the fact that she met with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was trying to get her out there and get her the help, and she's been fighting. She's been doing positive things. I'd rather her than Nicki Minaj winning Woman of the Year for WAP. Apparently that is the role models that we want for the youth right now. A woman that sings about wet ass pussies. That is what right now America thinks is the Woman of the Year. Forget about any doctor that saved a bunch of patients during COVID-19. Forget about any accomplishments anybody's ever made. Apparently, what matters is if you're popular and you make a song about pussies that are wet.
The Jase official. I'm on Twitter.
Oh God, you created a Twitter account. Okay, so I got a message from Christy. Okay, so she's asking me this question. Okay. Let's see because she asked me several questions. Christy, I'm so sorry. It took me such a long time. Okay, so on your podcast, you said you won't take the vaccine, so you're never going to travel, because right now they are pushing that you have to get it to fly. They are saying we will have to have digital passport to travel. With digital passport to travel. With digital passport comes digital identification, which is already being used in other countries. Check out Gates ID 2020. He has been working on digital identification for a while, which really sounds like the mark of the beast. I would 100% agree with you. That is exactly what the mark of the beast sounds like. If you've read the Bible, you would. It's exactly word for word what the mark of the beast is. Unfortunately, I will, if I have to have the vaccine taken in order to travel, I will be traveling by car. So it's very simple. I'm not taking the vaccine, and nobody's going to force me to take the vaccine. I don't think I need it. I'll just go ahead and I'll trust my body, and I'll trust the fact that my body was designed to fight these type of things. And that's it. I mean, I've been doing my own little research, and I could be wrong here. You can correct me if you want via email or Facebook. But I'm almost sure about it's either 8,000 or 4,000 people have died after they've taken the vaccine. So, yeah, and that's like instant deaths. So I am not taking my chance. And then Christy also wrote, how can dictator Biden keep signing executive orders and changing things? Well, unfortunately, that's one of the powers as a president that he has. Donald Trump did the same thing. He just did executive orders that actually helped the American people. Unlike Joe Biden, that's not helping the American people. We're losing jobs. He's making executive orders. He's basically just reversing Trump's executive orders. That's all he's doing. He's trying to go back to the Biden agenda, but with a twist of hate towards, I guess, white America. I thought there was a process he must go through. Why do we even have Congress now? Okay, well, he's limited to his executive orders. He can do executive orders, but there is limitations to those executive orders. Like he could put certain things into play, but he can't. For example, he would never have been able to do an executive order to get a stimulus package. That would have to go through Congress and the Senate. But yes, the president does have a lot of power. And I think Trump kind of opened the eyes to a lot of these people that like Joe Biden and future presidents on how powerful a president really is. I don't think people realize it. I think Trump realized it, and he used it to better America. Unfortunately, Joe Biden is using it to make America worse again. So Biden obviously don't need them. How do we stop dictator Biden? Very simple. You wait. You have patience. There's no way of stopping something until everyone is on the same page. This is the problem, because look, I've had this conversation with several different people. The problem is that Republicans, for the most part, we are extremely respectful. For the most part, we're completely respectful. We follow the rules. We follow the law, and we work. We have kids. We have a lot to lose. And how far a person is willing to go and how much are they willing to lose is a strong question. Obviously, we know that we have an overwhelmingly amount of support for Trump. We know this because 74 million people voted for Donald J. Trump. The question is how many of those people are willing to lose it all? You know, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. I believe there was election fraud. I do not believe Donald Trump presented it correctly. I think he could have done a much better job. And he could have given, if he had bombshell stuff, which I think he does. I sincerely think he does. He should have dropped it to the American people and just let everyone see it. I think Mike Lindell did the best he could. And I think like Dr. Q watched it. And his favorite parts were But yeah, I do think we just have to be patient, and we just have to let the process go. I stream on this platform called Twitch, twitch.tv /The Republican Nation. If you guys ever want to see me live, I do it pretty much every single day for about 4 or 5 hours. I try to dissect and see what's in the left, what's inside the left's mind. I've come to two conclusions. One, there's shit floating in their brains. They absolutely have nothing in there. All they have is a very good vocabulary, very good education, but they've been completely brainwashed. They don't know what work is. They don't know what America really stands for. And they've obviously never struggled in their lives. That being said, for the most part, the majority of the extreme lefties, like Bernie supporters, and that's not even extreme, but most of the lefties, they're not really in support of Biden. This was an election that really people voted based on hate instead of candidates. So everyone who loved Trump and loved his policies and knew that he was the best for America voted for Donald J. Trump. Everyone else voted because they hated Donald J. Trump, because Donald J. Trump offended them with tweets. Whereas Joe Biden is destroying their lives and taking their jobs away. So who was the better choice? I guess feelings come first, apparently. So, Christy, I hope that was enough information for you. I hope I answered every single one of your questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to send it to me. I will be your voice. So will Dr. Q. Dr. Q at therepublicannation.com. What's up, buddy? Give me something.
So, do you know an actor with the name of, I don't know if you're going to know this person. I think it might be foreign. Gerard Depardieu.
Gerard Depardieu. Don't think I've ever heard of him, no.
He's in movies like Past Life, Lulu.
Lulu or
Valley of
Lola?
Lola, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, Lola.
Is it Lola?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who. Hold on. If it's
Like
like
a fat dude
fat,
with like longer hair.
okay. What's his name?
Gerard Depardieu. Depardieu.
Depardieu. Gerardo Depardieu. Oh, this guy's been used in a bunch of memes lately, like making fun of
he got arrested for pedophilia.
Did he?
Yep.
Wow, he's got a lot of movies in pre-production. Apparently, he's not going to be able to film those. Yeah, he's a French actor. Yeah. I want to confirm this though.
He's an Oscar-nominated actor, man.
Huh?
He's an Oscar-nominated actor.
Well, I mean, he won.
Big time.
He nominated for one Oscar. Let me see what he got nominated for. In 1991, Best Actor in a Leading Role, Cyrano de Bergerac. Well, this guy's actually been used in a lot of memes lately. I've been looking at it in a lot of, yeah. Oh, I remember him. Oh my God. In the movie 1492, he plays Christopher Columbus. I remember him very well. In The Man in the Iron Mask, he plays one of the Three Musketeers. He's the funny guy. I know exactly who this guy is. Well, coincidentally, let me see if he was in the movie Lola. It was 1994, I believe the movie was Lola. It's a pedophile movie, actually. Hollywood at one point was actually pretty public about pedophilia. They didn't really care. Let me see if he was in the movie Lola. No, he wasn't in Lola.
Actually, I don't think it was pedophilia. I think it was rape.
Hold on. But yeah, so there is a movie, guys. If you want to see how fucking disgusting Hollywood is, actually, he's French and Russian. Interesting. He's 72 years old. French actor Gerard under formal investigation for alleged rape and sexual assault. Yep. Yeah, he's been charged for rape and sexual assault, being reported by The Guardian and CNN, NBC, Pretty much every news outlet. Doesn't surprise me. See, let me explain to you what happens in Hollywood, guys. I was around that little world. What happens when you have everything you want in this world? You have all the money in the world. You can buy whatever you want. What is the next thing? What's the next level? It's power, right? So what better way to show that you have power than trying to control women and getting them to, and using your position and power to get them to do whatever you want because they need you for something. I am completely against that. It has been going on since the beginning of time. Marilyn Monroe, James Dean. James Dean was on his knees more times than I think most actors. And Marilyn Monroe as well. But when these people are when people are in positions of power, they tend to want to feel that power and know that they have it, and they think that they can get away with things. I mean, they really do think, just like Harvey Weinstein. Listen, I actually give a lot of credit to damn, I always forget her name. She's Courtney. Shit, what is her name? I always forget her name, and she's an amazing actress. She was married to Kurt. She was married to Kurt Cobain.
Now you get me mixed up here. Courtney.
She was in the movie The People versus Larry Flint.
No, I just.
Hold on. I know I have her. Courtney Love. Courtney Love actually made a public statement. Listen to how long it took for them to and mind you, Harvey Weinstein was best friends with Hillary Clinton. He was friends with Oprah Winfrey. He was everybody's best friend. So Courtney Love on the red carpet one time back in 2002 made a statement. Very strong statement, which is surprising to me because apparently everybody in Hollywood knew about this, but didn't do anything about it, which is the standard hypocrisy of the left and the Hollywood elites. She said on the red carpet, she goes, "Oh, it was great working with damn it, now I forgot his name. What I just got a brain fart. Harvey Weinstein. It was great working with Harvey Weinstein. Just never go to the Four Seasons with him." She literally said that openly on the red carpet. Like basically saying, at the Four Seasons, that's where he does his stuff. And everybody in Hollywood knew about what he was doing. Do not be fooled. The people were in on it. People kept it a secret. I mean, look at politicians right now. Okay, look at Andrew Cuomo. Look at how many people were covering up for him and now they're whistleblowing. Well, not whistleblowing, they're just telling. I don't even know if it's whistleblowing. They're just snitching. Just look at what they're doing right now. Every single person that felt threatened by him, one person comes out, then all of them come out. Because it takes that one person that has balls to step up. And then once that one person steps up, the rest of them fall in line. And it's the same thing in Hollywood. It's the same thing in the world in general. All these big elitists, all these rich people that control huge companies, they use that power because they know people want to go up the ladder in business. They know they want to go up in the ladder in Hollywood. They know they want to make a career. So what do these guys do? They take advantage of women. At times they take advantage of men. A lot of times they take advantage of children. It's disgusting. It's been going on for a long time. If you want to know how bad Hollywood is, just look up the Drew Barrymore story. That girl was doing cocaine at 11 years old. She was doing cocaine and hanging out in parties. God knows at what age she lost her virginity. Pretty sad. And look at Michael Jackson. No youth whatsoever. He didn't enjoy his youth. His dad abused him, utilized him to make money. We live in a sick world, and it's been happening for a long time. Nobody's been paying attention. But it's been right in front of us. Go ahead.
I said Illuminati framed him.
Illuminati framed who?
Yeah, he didn't rape no kids. He was actually really good with kids, and he was framed big time.
You might want to watch the documentary on HBO. I think it'll give you a little bit insight, an inside scoop of him.
Well, you know, you
I've
can
always-
watch whatever you want.
I've
You
always
can watch
been.
whatever you want. They make up what they want you to think. So,
Well, these are actually people that were actually molested by him. I mean, again,
I don't believe it.
okay, you don't believe it. Okay, so you'll believe people that are saying Donald Trump, they have evidence that the election was rigged, but people that are saying that they got raped, you won't believe them.
no, because I think they were forced into it, and the proof that I've seen,
they were
goes way
forced
past
into it.
that.
Why would they be forced into it after he's already dead? Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Do you feel homeless in today's American political world? Not really into either candidate or party? Well, guess what? You're not alone. Join me and others just like you across this great country for a discussion of politics from a viewpoint that you can't find in today's media. The Middle. I'm your host, Brian Grozier, and I invite you to join in on the discussion by downloading and listening to the Middle American Podcast.
that's the reason why. Because everybody's making money off it.
Oh, so you think it's about money? You think a person, a grown man, is going to sit there and he's going to say that he was raped and Michael Jackson was offering them wine and he was calling it Jesus juice?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you are a very confusing individual, Q. The person that's actually got like the most solid evidence for being a pedophile would probably be Michael Jackson. And you actually think he's not a pedophile, and then you think people that you don't have any evidence to prove are the pedophiles.
No, I have evidence. And you're going to see it come out. So
it's not going to come out. Nothing's going to come out.
Well,
it's apparent
you're
that...
going to be shocked.
What's that?
You're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. When I saw it, I was shocked. You're going to be shocked. The whole world's going to be shocked.
The only thing that you have sent me so far that I haven't been able to debunk, and it actually took place, was the video of Jason Momoa. I saw the video. I saw the full context of the video. Yes, that clip was edited, that one little clip to show that part. But when you see the entire video, it still shows the same exact thing. It's just they cut off the clip so that way you could just see that part because you don't want to see the entire red carpet event. But I saw the entire red carpet event to try to see if I can debunk you, and I couldn't. You were right. It does look weird. And for any of you guys out there, gals, and you want to look this up, just look up Jason Momoa on YouTube. Just look up Jason Momoa fondles daughter or something. I don't know, something weird. The video looks a little bit odd. I mean, it does look odd, and it's weird because I was a pretty big fan of him. As a person, I think he was a pretty cool person. But after seeing that video, I feel pretty disgusted. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
Anybody's cool because you see him on TV.
No. I follow these people. I follow them. I look at their videos. I listen to their stories. Like I look back into how they made it into Hollywood. And
yeah, you know that. Come on, man.
What's that?
Come on, man.
You can't do it as good as.
Come on, man.
What's that?
They give you what they want you to see, and that's it. You understand that?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody does that. I mean, look, we're living in a world. I mean, look, the biggest thing that I've always found to be the biggest joke in in this planet right now is Facebook. Facebook is a pretend reality, right? So you have people there that are probably miserable with their wives. You have people there that their lives suck. People that have great lives, but apparently when you go on Facebook, everybody's living the life. Everybody's happy. Everybody's showing pictures of themselves happy, kissing, spending family time. Everybody's got awesome cars, amazing. Everything is a facade. Facebook has become, let me show off. That's what Facebook's become. I mean, unless you have friends in there that you've known forever and they're just real and they keep it 100, for the most part, Facebook, you log into Facebook and it's people trying to impress each other. It's almost like a computer version of high school. Like you're trying to be the cool guy or the cool girl. Like you want to be the cheerleader and the other guy wants to be the football player. Like he wants everybody to be like, oh, wow, look at his status. Look at how he's living. And it's all a facade. It's all a facade. But again, this is the world we're living in. We're living in a world where people care so much about what other people care or what other people think of them that they're even willing to lie to themselves. And that is sad when you're lying to yourself about who you are. I try to keep everything 100% with my listeners. I'm not a perfect person. I'm far from it. I've made so many mistakes in my life. And you want me to tell you, I had a conversation with a young conservative the other day. I took him out to have lunch. He's my realtor. I mentioned him the other day. And we were having a conversation, and he asked me, because he knows about my background, that I went to federal prison. And he asked me, would you have done anything different? And I thought about it for a second, and then I go, you know what? I would not have. I think I needed to learn that lesson to bring me to the place that I am today. I am happier today than I've ever been in my entire life. I have 2 healthy kids. I have a beautiful wife that I'm madly in love with. I have a great friend, Dr. Q. I have a striving podcast. I'm actually doing something I'm passionate about and I enjoy and I love. And I'm fighting for my country every single day, whether it's on a microphone or on a screen. I'm fighting for my country. And I'm proud of where I'm at this point in my life. I think I'm the happiest I've ever been. I don't even have the same amount of money I used to have. I'm nowhere near it, but I'm happier than when I had all that money. So everything happens for a reason. I have no regrets. I learned a very, very tough lesson. It was a very rough lesson, but it made me the man that I am today, and I don't regret any of it. So Q, what's up? I know you're quiet because you're looking stuff up. I know what you're doing. You're up to no good.
No, you're the pedophile Obama, pedophile Bruce Springsteen. They're podcasting together now.
I mentioned that. I mentioned that yesterday. I mean, were you not paying attention? You were on the You were on the podcast. We were talking about COVID-19. I even put up the video.
I don't remember you saying it at all because I would have remembered, but that's fine. So Fox News is struggling ratings big time.
Fox News?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Newsmax is taking over, but I don't even trust Newsmax anymore. I don't feel comfortable with Newsmax either. I don't know which station I trust. Although Newsmax did take it to they did give the floor to, no, it wasn't Newsmax, was it? Or was it OANN that gave Mike Lindell the platform for him to be able to?
I think that was OANN.
Mm-hmm.
I'm told that OANN is pro-Trump, and Newsmax isn't. They're actually owned by somebody that is real nefarious.
Well, I mean, the thing is that I think they utilized Donald Trump while he was in office, and he was getting them the ratings they needed, and he was sending it in their direction, and they used them until they didn't need him anymore, which is what usually happens. Somebody who I find very, very interesting. I've always found this guy very interesting because I'm a pretty good judge of character. And this senator, I don't trust him, but I trust him. And like he shifts a lot, but he seems to keep backing Trump up, which makes me believe that he's really does have Trump's back, because I mean, he's one of the few senators that are still fighting. Lindsey Graham, he was quoted saying, "You're going to see over the next couple of months Donald Trump lead the Republican Party on policy and give us the energy we need to take back the House and Senate." I mean, he continues. I mean, even after Mitch McConnell, which I strongly believe Mitch McConnell has lost all power and all credibility, Mitch McConnell's done. In my book, Mitch McConnell, he's voting for the new, apparently he's voting for this ridiculous attorney general that doesn't know the difference between whether or not it's illegal immigrants are illegal, even though it says it right on the title, illegal immigrants. But apparently he continues. He continues with this nonsense. And then we have a giant war. The House Democrats apparently are trying to push TV carriers to cancel Fox News, OAN, and Newsmax. If this isn't a war, I don't know what is. If this is not a war that the Democrats are playing against us or the left, I don't know what is. Everything is pointing in the direction of them trying to cancel 74 million people, probably more. Because believe it or not, there is some illegal immigrants that would have probably voted for Trump. There is illegal immigrants out there that have come from socialist or dictator countries. They're not legal in this country yet, and they do not support Joe Biden. Because for everybody to jump and think that all illegal immigrants are here in this country and they all love Joe Biden, that would be ridiculous to say something like that. But yeah, the majority probably does.
I have a bunch of resignations since the 17th. That was the last time that we spoke about resignations.
On the 17th?
The 17th was the last time we talked about resignations.
Okay.
So we have government of Georgia, Gorgi Gahekiri, he's a prime minister. He resigned. Blue Ingredients Private Limited in India, Nihil Kapoor, he's a CEO. He resigned.
Nihi Kapoor?
What was that?
Nihi Kapoor resigned?
Yep.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Dave Krasnowski, CEO of Dandaco in USA.
But when you say all these names, what do you think is happening? I don't get it. You're just talking about resignations. I mean, why don't you look up a list of how many people resigned in 2019? Is it similar?
In 2019?
Yeah, I mean, or 2020. I mean, people resign all the time from positions of power.
2020 is like between 2019 and now were the most resignations ever. And these are top CEOs in the world. These aren't just people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they are people. They're just high-powered people.
Obviously. There's major shit going on here. Major. These people are resigning for a reason. They're getting pushed into it. They have no choice. So you gonna let me keep going here, bud?
Yeah.
So we got Mike Powell, CEO of Titusville Coca Airport Authority, he's USA. He resigned. It says, in the wake of an investigation and complaints of mismanagement and admission, his office has lost $130,000 in reimbursable funds on an airport lighting project. That's what. See, they're putting these things too. They didn't make deals with Trump when they're busted to be able to say certain things. That's what I've heard too. So their name's not, scorched to death. So they just look like they resigned and that's it. But I can promise you, these people did not just resign. Thomas L. Alcantara, he's chairman and president of Olson's Consolidated Resources Incorporated Philippines. Lisa Brinzadine, she's a trustee at Oakley Union Elementary School District, USA. Michael Madigan, state rep, House of Representatives, Illinois. Corruption, federal bribery. Peter Henner, CEO, Freehill Mining Limited in Australia. Takahiro Hachigo, he's a CEO for Honda Motor Company, Japan. Frank Bennett, CEO, National Quilt Museum, USA. Janice Weinman, CEO of Hadassah, USA. And Oliver Lewis, Brexit Advisor, UK. These, like I said, this is not just, typical resigning. I can promise you.
Well, yeah, it's apparent that they're not standard resignations. Yes. I mean, I just.
So, the fact that what I showed you from the Twitter from U.S. Marshals, that should get all of us excited because something's up. it's everything I stated. So, want me to read it again?
Yeah, read it again. Let me dissect this for a second.
All right.
Anytime in this millennium.
All right. This is today. It just the dates. That's the way Trump does things too. The dates coincide with when they made it. Okay. This is a tweet today on the 23rd, and the tweet states on February 23rd. 1861, President-elect Abraham Lincoln quietly slipped into Washington, D.C. to prepare for his inauguration on March 4th. This is the date I told you, correct?
Yes.
Accompanying him was the U.S. Marshal Ward Hill Layman, a friend and former law partner. I think he's going to be in there with Linwood. That's what I think.
That's
very interesting, right?
I mean, it is, and it's not.
No, it pretty much is. So.
I mean, look again. I mean, it's. I mean, I don't.
You know what? What, you don't believe the marshals are saying it? I mean, it's the Twitter directly from marshals. I mean, I don't know what are you going to debunk? Please tell me, because you can't.
I can debunk anything you say. You're the easiest person to debunk.
Not what I say. It's not what I'm saying. So, what are you going to say about it? I mean, this actually gives people hope. Like, actually, some decent proof to give people hope.
Listen, I have no issues. I think you're having a very misconception of what I'm trying. I don't have any problems with giving people hope. I have a problem with giving people false hope. That's my problem.
I understand. What I'm saying is this is like verifiable, proof that something's seriously going on.
I mean, look, if it's real, but I mean, did you find it on Twitter?
Yes, directly on U.S. Marshals. It's like the fourth Twitter tweet down.
Interesting. You guys gonna have to check that one out, because that is something. That's definitely something. That's something very, very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. I don't know if I believe that that we're gonna have anything happen. I still don't believe it. I think pretty much the election, for the most part, is over. But apparently Dr. Q does not feel the same as me. Is that correct, Q?
Yeah, that's 100% guarantee that I don't feel the same, and I haven't ever felt the same as you. So,
Well, of course,
when everything comes to fruition and we finally see, and you owe me lots of money, it's gonna be great.
Q. You are special in many, many ways.
Special. That's not a good way. Somebody tells you you're special.
Yeah, I'm not meaning it in a good way. I'm meaning it like you're special in a very odd way, to say the least. But that being said, I will give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, buddy.
Well, you're welcome, buddy. I just hope you're right, man.
Of course, we all hope I'm right.
I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. Nothing leads me to believe that you're correct in any which way. But again, I'm hopeful. That's all I could say. I'm very, very, very hopeful.
Yes, sir.
So anyways, aside from these ridiculous resignations, What else you got? You gotta have something. Come on.
What else do I have? I mean, you know, the shit that I have, you know, you don't want to hear. So you know what I mean?
No one ever said I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, because you don't believe anything I state. So
That is correct.
You can't, you know. So,
I mean, you want me to believe something that's so unrealistic. The things that you come up with.
I want you to understand once we go through this system of Nasera Jacera.
Of
If
what?
you ever seen
Of Nasera Wavasera?
Nasera Jacera. It's a
Let me
new
tell you,
system.
you keep going down this avenue of these QAnon conspiracies, you're going to end up just like who?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You just love playing it. That's all you
I
do.
love it. I love Miley Cyrus's. I don't like her as an individual or as a person. I have no respect for her whatsoever. But that
all hoes. Everyone's a hose.
I
Big
mean,
time hose.
okay, well, yeah. I mean, she's definitely not
Like the worst hose, worse than a porno star. Let's put it like that.
she's definitely not a very good example for the youth. I don't know what happened to this country and in general to this world where music, everything changed in such a way where it's okay to talk about. I mean, the little girls it's so bothersome that Wet Ass Pussy was a song and it hit the billboards and it was and little kids were singing it, man. I've seen videos of little kids they don't even know what that means and they're saying it.
Oh. Yeah, they're corrupting kids' minds, you know, and they're really corrupting these kids these days, and they've been doing it since Obama. So it's all going to stop. As soon as Trump comes back in, it's all going to stop.
I'm just wondering when the left is going to wake up. I mean, look.
Oh, they won't.
I mean, look.
Doing it.
Look, here in Florida alone, a detention center that was that's hasn't been used in a long time has just been reopened for teens. What's that?
I got a video.
You've got a video of what?
Yeah, this is a new video showing the fencing getting taken down in Washington, D.C.
Oh, so they're taking down the fence?
Uh-huh.
Well, then that means Donald Trump, nobody's getting arrested. They weren't locked in there like you said they were.
No, that means that most likely they were all arrested already, and Donald Trump is coming back in the White House as it stated on the tweet.
Oh my God, you're nuts. By the way, another meme that was sent to me by Nikki Snyder. I appreciate this one. This is Joe Biden with his little smirk, and it says, "Well, I got to get back to work. These jobs aren't killing themselves." These memes are awesome.
So are you done with the memes?
Yeah. It was an interesting one. There's just so many.
Did anybody mention the video of the vaccine thing?
What's that?
The vaccine video that we
put
up yesterday?
They have not. One person did, but they haven't because it's being censored.
Oh.
The video is being censored. So they actually have to go to Buzzsprout, my actual provider that distributes all this, and they're going to have to look up the Republican Nation. It's actually, I believe it's Buzz, BUZZ, Sprout, SPROUT.com / the Republican Nation. That's the only way you're going to be able to hear that video because every single one of them, at least the major ones, have been blocking it off. Some have allowed it. It's been able to sneak into some. But for the most part, they're blocking it.
Yeah. So you know it's a good video. They're on top of that because they know it's true.
Oh, by the way, just so you guys know this, one of the first in the first congressional hearing on the Capitol riots, They testified that they did not expect the building to be targeted by violence, directly contradicting what Democrats told the Senate impeachment trial earlier this month. Okay, so the Capitol riot witnesses contradict Democrats, claim that the attack was expected. So witnesses that were brought to Congress are actually saying everything the Democrats were saying was a lie. But again, the left will not wake up.
Come on, man.
What do you guys need? What do you want? What more information do you guys want to realize that this is a party that is disgusting? I mean, look, we're having things. Look, there's people leaking private text messages of Senator Ted Cruz with his wife to the New York Times. What do you guys think that the story on Andrew Cuomo is just going to disappear and you guys are going to pick on somebody? Hey, listen, we picked a little bit on Nancy Pelosi. We're not going to lie about that. Or Gavin Newsom or the mayor of Chicago. Forgot her name. It's a fucking weird name. Or Gretchen from Michigan. Or, I mean, we can name so many. Or the governor of Virginia. Or Chris Cuomo himself. Or Andrew Cuomo. All of them being caught not wearing masks and not social distancing. But apparently they just have to focus on that one guy, Ted Cruz, because he's been the one that's been fighting them this whole time. Keep trying to divert. Keep trying to use this. The more you guys use this propaganda against the right, the more the right realizes you guys are horrible and you guys are on the wrong side of history. And the more you guys are going to guarantee us the House and the Senate come 2022. I promise you that. Keep making these mistakes. The left just hasn't learned. You guys were able to steal the election this time around. I'll give you that. You guys were clever enough. You used COVID-19. You guys were clever. I'll give the left that much. They were clever and they just didn't give a fuck. I mean, they did it right in front of our eyes. They did it right in front of every American's eyes. I mean, I have never seen anything like that. They did a complete smoke screen. They played everything off as if it was normal. The elections were perfect. As a matter of fact, these were the most perfect elections we've ever had in our history. Incredible when we did everything completely different than we've ever done in our history in elections, but it manages to be the most perfect and secured election. Apparently, Clarence Thomas doesn't feel that way. Apparently, he does not. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas does not feel that way. But I don't know what's going on with Amy Coney Barrett, Kavanaugh. I mean, the people that Trump put in there, man, these people are siding with the left. What's that?
I heard they're all compromised.
I don't know if they're compromised or they're just taking instructions from Chief Roberts. I heard
Barrett was nominated from what's his name?
Mitch McConnell. Well, I mean, Mitch McConnell is big on Supreme Court justices.
Yeah, but we know what he's about, and I heard they're all corrupt. Every one of them except I think Thomas. That's what I heard.
Look, one thing I can tell you. One thing I can tell you. And you can all rest assured, every single one of you that voted for Donald J. Trump. Trump literally has proven that a businessman, a multimillionaire, well, billionaire, a businessman can literally run this country better than any politician can. He proved it. And he also in the process exposed the media, exposed politicians, and showed us how bad hatred, how bad when people have hate in their heart, how they're willing to go as far as putting a person that they know is not qualified or mentally fit to be president of the United States, but yet they still forced it upon our throats, down our throats. And we're going to be feeling this. It's going to be very hard to fix what Joe Biden's doing right now because he is literally wrecking this country. I'm not calling him Wrecking Ball Joe for nothing. I'm being completely honest. This guy is wrecking this country apart. We will be owned by China. We will be owned by Iran. We will be owned by North Korea, by Russia. Every single one of them are going to take advantage of this situation. And it's sad. It's sad. And that's my closing statement. By the way, guys, do not forget to visit the store. I never asked for handouts. I never asked for anyone to give me donations, even though I've been told that I should. I'm not. The way you can show me, if you want to show me support, you want to show me love, I take so much pride in knowing that people are repping and using the Republican Nation gear. I keep adding stuff to the merchandise. To the store. I keep adding unique things. I'm constantly working on creating really funny shirts that'll irritate the hell out of the left. And I also have pretty solid Republican Nation gear. If you guys go to the republicannation.store, that's the republicannation.store, not .com, .store. You guys can find the merchandise there. And believe it or not, the smallest purchase helps. I know times are rough right now, and I'm not expecting anything. If you guys cannot do it, I understand. And don't forget, I will always be your voice. If you have any concerns, if you have anything you want to let people know, I'm here for you. You just have to email me at jace@therepublicannation.com or Dr. Q at therepublicannation.com, and we're here for you. We want to be your voice. Q, your closing?
So, one more thing. I don't know if you heard, El Chapo's wife got busted.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, for drugs.
Okay.
Drug charge.
Okay. So El Chapo, a drug cartel's wife, got busted for trafficking drugs. And this is supposed to surprise me how?
Well, I mean, big time amounts of drugs, like tons of kilos of
again, El Chapo, which was the biggest and richest, considered richer than any other cartel. His wife was busted trafficking drugs. How does that surprise you?
You have to understand, it's not about the drugs. It's about the connections, the people she knows. That's what it's about. It's about the people that
she knows drug. She knows where to get drugs. When her husband was a drug cartel.
Yeah, it's about politicians. It's about the very influential people in the United States and in the world that they were probably affiliated with. She's probably, definitely snitching on, guarantee it.
Sure. Okay, is that your closing statement?
No. So
damn it.
To your listeners, remember, you can go on Twitter, go under U.S. Marshals, okay? And it's like the 4th or the 5th tweet down, okay? And you see exactly what it says. So exactly what I stated. And then I just saw a video showing the fences are coming down. So to me, it looks like exactly what this is stating, that they slipped Trump in there, and he's going to be ready for March 4th. That's what I'm getting from this. And this is straight fact proof.
Let me get this. This is straight fact proof. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So you can verify that yourself. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless this beautiful country we call America.
America great again.